Hey, so I want to tell you a story. I was going to a big pitch a few years ago. It was kind of like a pretty big one for us. Average to large was 250,000 Rand or so. It was one of the cellular companies. It was us and it was 3 other ad agencies, so a different kind of feel to us. But in this job, we were working, we were all working for the same thing. Anyway, so I get there, delivered like at my best. I felt like I was rocking. The client was laughing and they were loving the ideas. They were asking me good questions. I was feeling really good until I left. Because when I left and the client was walking me out the door, she said to me, listen, we loved that. To be honest, we're probably not going to be able to give it to you. Unfortunately, there's an incumbent here and we're supposed to use them, but for compliance issues, we kind of had to go out to tender and get a couple of other quotes. We're really sorry, but we love this. Anyway, I mean, what can you say? I got in my car, I drove away, and I come back to the office maybe 30 minutes later, and as I got to the office, my phone rang. And it was her, and she said, you know what, to hell with it. We loved your idea, we'll figure out the compliance issues, you've won it, we want to give it to you. I was over the moon. But then I stopped to think, because I thought I was feeling great, and I was feeling yeah, I got these guys. And then I stopped to think about it, and I thought, but no, I can beat these guys. If you put me up against them at a 250,000 Rand job, we'll win half the time, 3/4, 90% of the time. But then I realized these people, their normal job is like a 1 million Rand a month retainer or a big, a 10 million Rand job. And the client, the conference, if the client was throwing a big conference, that might be 5, 8 million Rand. And here I was all happy for winning a 250 grand job. And I realized then that I was trading my conversation stock too low. If I could win a job at 250,000 Rand against these players with this person, then surely I could win a job of 1 million. And had I not just capped my stock at a price from the early days and thought that's the field I play in. And that's exactly what we had done. We had decided that we were a company that played in this price point. But the people we were playing against and the people we were playing for existed in a different price point altogether. So I realized we had to create products that were capable of having a bigger conversation. We went and we pitched a few months later for a big job for a beverage company. It was a big conference. We were up against big players. The total budget of the job was 10 million Rand, and we won it. Because I realized that, hey, I am able to trade at that level, and they're able to make those decisions. But I can't tell you how hamstrung I was by this perception that we were a 250,000 Rand business. We decided how big our company was. We decided how big our jobs were. We decided what we would trade our conversation stock at. And I realized that we had to decide to change it. And so do you. You have to decide, you have to look around first and realize, hey, the people I'm speaking to, what size decisions are they making for other things? The people I'm up against, is this the biggest? Now, if you sell photocopiers, maybe it is. Maybe you're up against other people that sell that. But if you're thinking, if they're part of a package that could be sold something bigger, or if you can have a bigger conversation with your client, shouldn't you? So that's what I want you to think about. What are the conversations you could be having? If you're good enough to win at a 200 grand conversation, what's to stop you having a 2 million Rand conversation, a 100 million Rand conversation? Maybe that's the biggest barrier to growth for you or for your business, is that you're trading your conversation stock too low. I think it might be. Give it some thought. Peace.
Hey everybody, I'm Jezza from Missing Link. If you like Rich's talk, remember to like and subscribe. Take care, Buttercup.